All right, I think we're live right now. Awesome. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. We're going to be analyzing Apple, AMD, Tesla, Palantir, you name it. We're going to be analyzing every single stock you guys want me to analyze, pretty much. And if there's time left, we'll be doing a top three stocks and the stock market analysis. I think there's going to be two separate live streams, like I've done in the past. I think this current live stream is going to be for the weekly predictions only. And then later on, we'll do another live stream for the top three stocks that I would personally purchase. And after that, the stock market analysis. Now, I'm just going to briefly check if the live stream is like working and if the noise is fine. So I'm just going to quickly check that real nicely. All right, I should be able to just refresh the page. Okay, so all right, so I think we're live right now. Yeah, watching my own advertisement on my own video. Great. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Welcome, Daniel, RH, Alfonso Buono. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to be starting the analysis for every stock very soon. Make sure you hit the thumbs up so everybody gets this live stream into their feed, and then we can begin right away. I'm just going to quickly check if the green screen is working fine. I think it's working perfectly fine. Maybe my own webcam is looking like it's a bit too big. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. See if that's like... I think it looks fine now. This is enough. Maybe if I could bring it just a little bit more down. No, I think... Okay, so more like that, right? I think that would be nice. Because I think the left bottom corner is kind of messy. What's my reach? So this is my reach right now. Alright, cool. I think that will do. I'm just gonna check the live stream once more. Gohart says, "Hi Lucid, I just started watching your channel. Nice analysis. Thank you so much. I hope you stay around." Joey says, "What's up?" I'm doing fine. Hope you guys are doing fine as well. I'm gonna have to refresh the live stream every now and then. All right, so as you guys know that the markets are going to be opening tomorrow. Usually I do the weekly predictions today before the market opens tomorrow, obviously. So it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to check if the green screen is like... I think it's working fine now. Yeah, okay. So there's kind of a little bit of a limit. If I go up like that, then, well, it gets a little bit messy. But I think we should be fine. I'm going to briefly check on my phone if it looks good. We're going to start in a couple minutes. A couple seconds, I would say. Yeah, okay, so I think my my webcam is looking good. It shouldn't be bigger than the current state of how it is. Alright. Great. What's the time right now? For me, it's 8 p.m. I think it's a perfect time to start. So we're going to begin the analysis with Apple, then AMD, because we haven't done those in a while. And after that, we're going to go to Palantir, Tesla, and NIO. That's how we do the analysis. And I would say it's going to be awesome. Honestly, I'm actually really stoked up because I think it's going to be a very interesting week. Let's just put it that way. Alright, so before I do the analysis, generally speaking, I like to do a little bit of pre-analysis, just taking a look at everything, kind of absorbing what's been happening with the stock that I'm looking at right now. Just going to share the link one more time in the Discord so people know we're actually live. And there you go. Cool. So it does look like Apple's about to break to the upside. So I would have to say that on the 30 minutes. And there's enough space to be going up quite significantly as well. So that's really nice. That's good. That's good. On the 1 hour, it does seem like it could potentially break out just like that. So that wouldn't be too surprising if it would happen. And the RSI actually allows it to do so. So we have a consolidation level at the 122. Historically speaking, when we consolidate in this manner, we did the same thing here. We see a breakout to the upside. There we go. And if I look at the 4-hour charts, now I think the 4-hour chart is interesting because on the 4-hour, it's sort of like, it's kind of going bearish, but I don't think it's going super bearish or anything like that. I think it's looking like potentially going down a bit further and then going up even further to the upside, right? That's my opinion on things right now. Potentially run, come back down again, and then gradually stay in this level. So that could be happening on the 4 hours. The reason I'm saying this is because the 30 minutes and the 1 hour are looking very bullish. And I'm going to show you now. The daily chart is looking extremely bullish. So like thinking about it in that way, well, this could break out until earnings and then come back down. Yeah, I mean, this is very well going to be the case. And if I really take a good look, I've got a runny nose. It's really annoying, but just give me a second. I'm going to grab some tissues. I think people are joining the live stream right now, so we are just looking at the pre-analysis for stocks right now, or at least Apple stock. I'm gonna grab some tissues. I'm gonna have to be careful with the green screen. There we go. Just give me 1 second. Lovely pillow for my back. It's gonna help a lot. So it would be very nice. Cool. Great. I think that should be fine. I think we got everything set up. I like to chew gum while I'm doing the pre-analysis. I will make sure that I'm not chewing gum when I'm doing the real analysis. That would be a little bit annoying. Yeah, it could be a repeat of this kind of mini top. But would that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. This is going to be a breakout to the upside. Because generally speaking, yeah, we're going to see something like this. Pretty much. Kind of a breakout to the upside. Just like that. But because, well, it's either going to be that or we're going to see temporary bearishness and then we see the breakout. So come down and then shoot upwards. That would be like my bearish scenario. But I think the likelihood of us rallying significantly is going to be very high because Apple stock has been performing very amazingly. We haven't seen the performance yet because of the fact that like the earnings have not been affected by the iPhone 12 sales yet. But I think once the iPhone 12 sales are shown in earnings, which is going to be the next earnings, it's going to be quite amazing. Which next earnings is going to be the 1st of February. If you think about it, generally speaking, earnings starts being priced in. Like if it's a good earnings, it'll be priced in approximately 2 months before, depending on which stock, right? With Apple, it gets priced in quite early. And I think this will be a big breakout on Apple. I've been saying this for weeks. Well, yeah, 2 weeks, I think. We were actually one of the first people saying, hey, I think Apple's going to break out. I think we've been saying this ever since we bottomed out at approximately 104. Actually, I've been saying it ever since we were at the, I think it was this level. And also here. This was a buying opportunity. It was a great buying opportunity, honestly. So, that's the thing. But I think I'm quite done with the pre-analysis. So yeah, I guess I'm going to take a little bit of a look at the weekly. I think what could be happening on the weekly is like we kind of go bullish again and then come back down massively. So potentially see a bullish cycle on the MACD on the weekly chart and then actually go to the overbought and then come back down rapidly, which this could be the massive crash. Seems like could occur in about, I think after earnings in February, March. There could be a very big downturn. So that's something we have to look out for. Yeah, so something like surging upwards to approximately 160 and then coming back down all the way to about $90, maybe even further to the $80 before bottoming and going upwards. I think it's going to look something similar to that. And gradually rally, something like that. But it's just to give us an idea of where this stock is going to be heading. I think there's some temporary bullishness, very, very bullish. So the coming months will be very nice. But then after that, it's going to get really ugly. So I would say, yeah, I think Apple stock is a strong buy right now. But you got to be cautious. So I'm not going to like panic because, it's going to crash 6 months from now. That does not matter right now. I would say the monthly is also kind of looking about to go bearish, so we have to be careful with that. But overall, looking very bullish for the coming weeks and for the coming months. So I would not complain about Apple as it is. I'm going to check if everybody's here right now. Checking the live chat real quick. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it because, so people get this into the recommended. They only get it when you guys hit that like button. So make sure you do. I would really appreciate that. On top of that, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you are. We do these analyses every single day, even in the weekends, on the Saturday and the Sunday. You'll get a notification for when we are making these videos. Gonna share the link one more time so everybody knows we're live, and then we're gonna start right away with the analysis. Okay, cool. I think we can start. See if my earphones are charged, because then I'm gonna listen to some music while I am doing this analysis. Generally speaking, it does really help. It's good vibes, you know. One second. But yeah, to everybody that didn't know yet, we have a green screen now, and we also have a pop filter. And well, that's gonna help with the audio. Green screen is gonna help with the video, and there's many more optimizations coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed. I'm getting some messages right now. All right, so I think we know where Apple is probably going to be heading. So we can start with this analysis right away. Just want to briefly check how many people are watching right now. Okay, cool. We got 85 people watching on a Sunday. I really appreciate it, guys. Like, it's a Sunday. Everybody has like spending like time with their family and with their friends. I really appreciate it that you guys are watching right now. You guys are awesome. All right, so we're about to start. I just want to see what kind of a breakout we would see, though, because this is approximately $10. Yeah, okay. Historically speaking, if we move up $10, we see kind of like a intermediary top, which this could represent that intermediary top. And then after that, we see another huge surge to the upside, right? Indicating that we have consolidated at the level we're comfortable. Yeah, so I think it's going to be one of the two, consolidates or surge. I think it's most likely going to surge because Christmas is getting very close. Holiday season is here, so this is going to be retail traders coming into the stock like mad. Okay, that's good. Das ist gut, yeah. It's kind of German. All right, mate. Let's start. Hey guys, welcome back to Lucid Trading. I am Gara, and today we're going to be analyzing Apple stock for the weekly prediction. Before we start with this analysis, guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And on top of that, guys, I am not a financial advisor, so whatever I'm going to be drawing on the charts and whatever my opinion is, it's not financial advice, it's just my opinion and my opinion only. Do not buy stocks or sell stocks based off of my opinion. Do your own due diligence. Now, let's get into this video right away. So, this will be the weekly prediction, right? So we're going to be projecting onto the future. I think what's going to be happening is quite evident. We've been consolidating at this level. We said, hey, guys, we're going to surge to the $123 and then probably see a little bit of a correction / consolidation. And here we are. We are consolidating right now. I think one of two things is going to happen. Either we could keep on consolidating or we could start breaking out. And I think our chances of breaking out to the upside is going to be significantly higher than what we've seen in the past, because of the fact that we already consolidated for almost a week. And in my opinion, looking at the MACD, it's like it wants to break out. You can see it right here. It wants to surge to the upside. And I think that could be exactly what could be happening next. A big surge to the upside, going to the 126 before coming back down a little bit, just like that. And then possibly surging again to the $129 to $130 level. So we've been kind of correctly predicting what Apple would do. We said that Apple would bottom out at approximately $105, and from then on I was hyper bullish on Apple. Like Apple, anything below 115 would be a buying opportunity. Now I am convinced that it's not as strong as a buying opportunity like back then at $105 to about $115. However, even right now, I think there's a lot of upside. I think Apple's going to go up to the moon. So the MACD would go up again just like that, probably stay at these levels and just keep on surging, honestly. For now, I would say 130, 131, and then come back down rapidly, approximately, I would say 126 maybe, and then here we could see some consolidation before moving upwards again. So MACD would come down and then gradually go upwards. I would say the RSI is going to look quite similar, just like that. Stay there and then pretty much repeat the behavior that we see in the MACD. Generally speaking, they do kind of copy each other. However, it could be different at times. Now, this is just what I'm seeing based off of the 30 minutes. Obviously, the 30 minutes is kind of near term. This is what I'm like kind of projecting onto the stock right now, looking at this. But we have to look at the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly to see like the big picture, right? Because this is kind of like I'm just drawing out what my opinion is based off of the current 30 minutes technicals. So I think it's going to be important to look at those time frames and then come back to the 30 minutes and redraw this analysis. So let's head over to the 1 hour. All right, so I'm going to check if everything is working fine on the live stream side of things. Oh, cool. Everything is functional. Great. I like that. I like to see that. I have to delete everything. We're going to go to the 1 hour. We're going to go to the 4 hour, the daily. Take a brief look at the weekly. And after that, we're going to be doing the 30 minutes. And obviously, we're going to do Apple, AMD. We're going to do Palantir, Tesla, and NIO. So they're all going to be coming up. There we go. 1 hour chart. I think the 1 hour is going to be quite self-explanatory. Sorry for that. Let me just zoom in properly so you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's see if I'm paused. Cool, I'm paused. I think my head is going to be somewhere here. All right, so looking at the 1 hour chart, I think there is a great possibility that we're going to be breaking out to the upside. Now, there's also a possibility that the MACD is going to keep coming back down before we bottom out. That could potentially mean that we consolidate just a little bit further before seeing that breakout that we keep on talking about to the $130, come back down, and then move and consolidate and then go upwards further. So I think on the 1 hour, it's going to look a little bit more like a consolidation point for approximately, I would say, Monday and Tuesday maybe, before surging quite heavily to the upside. I think in Apple's history, in many times, when it does go up massively, it does it in a very short period of time, and so that people, generally speaking, kind of are baffled and surprised, like, oh, whoa, Apple just went up huge. Generally speaking, that happens with Apple. We've seen this several times in its history. It doesn't, well, it has periods where it goes up slowly, but right now we're in a very volatile period of time, especially with the pandemic and everything is moving really fast. So I would say just the 1 hour would look a little bit more consolidative and gradually move up to the upside, and then see what we would see on the 30 minutes. So I think the only difference is that here it does seem like we have a little bit of consolidation going on before surging. Generally speaking, we do not like to skyrocket / surge at this point on the MACD, historically speaking, I would say, whenever we go down. So I would say for now, some consolidation on the Monday and Tuesday. This is why it's so important to look at every time frame. All right. So I think it's still possible that we surge right away. It's just going to depend on the market. If the market is really bullish, then yeah, sure, we will have that surge earlier. Obviously, fundamentals also play a big role in these kind of events. I would say if Apple has some kind of good news coming out with regarding their Christmas special product, or like the Apple glasses, this stock is going to surge so much. So keep that in mind. Now, I think there's not a whole lot to tell on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour now. All right. Yeah, we are. Every time I'm silent, generally speaking, I hit the break button on my recording screen recorder. Okay, so what I want to check out real quickly is some of the technicals of the live stream. I'm going to send the link one more time so people know we are live. We're doing Apple right now. After Apple is going to be AMD, and after AMD it's going to be Palantir, and it's going to be Tesla and NIO. So there's a lot of stocks we're going to be covering in one live stream. Okay, so how am I going to take a look at this? think we're going to kind of see a repeat of that, but then more bullish. Are we paused? Yeah, we are paused. Great, fantastic. I like that. I like that, mate. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. All right, so I'm looking at the 4-hour chart right now, and I get a confirmation of what we've seen on the 1 hour, which is that we would see a little bit of consolidation first, which would mean a little bit of sideways movements, probably to the downside, and then gradually surge to that 126.7, come down a bit, and then go to the $130, where we could possibly see big resistance at the 131, and then come back down and probably sort of move sideways and surge even further to the upside, which could take us all the way to the all-time high and beyond. Now, I would say the MACD is going to look a little bit like this, and then gradually go upwards to the upside. Something similar would have been this period of time. Very, very similar, actually. The RSI is going to move in a very similar fashion, stay in the overbought zone, just like that. And the only kind of time period that we're really interested in is this time period. So initially, we have consolidation, and then we have a surge to the upside to approximately, I would say, the 131. It could also happen, this correction could happen a little bit earlier at the 129. But I think there's enough kind of juice in the tank to be going to the 131. You can see that this is kind of a resistance here / support. So that could be the case. But for now, I would say it's looking pretty good, looking like a very strong buy, very much a lot of upside, right? And I think we're going to see this properly on the daily chart. So I think it's going to be nice to be looking at the daily chart now. So let's head over to the daily chart. There's not a whole lot to tell about the 4 hours, aside from the fact that this could potentially consolidate right there, which we've already seen on the the 1 hour. Bam. So let's go to the daily. I'm gonna check your live chat comments real quickly, see what's happening here. Cool. Very positive comments. I like that. How is this going to look like? That's the big question. I'm going to have to look a little bit at the history. I'm going to have to copy paste something real quickly. Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay. Something quite similar is about to happen to what I just copied, which is going to be a kind of this kind of recovery rally that we've seen. Yeah, looks very familiar. All right, so that's interesting. Apple's took. Oh, I got that new iPhone 12. I'm holding it right now. It is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I think these iPhone 12s are like selling out everywhere. They're selling out everywhere. They can't even keep pace with like the demand. So I would say Apple's gonna have such an amazing earnings. Like it's gonna blow out every expectation out of the water. Like it's gonna be crazy. With the new M1 chips in the new the laptops that they have right now. I think especially the combination of that and the HomePods, it's just looking so good for Apple. I think they're gonna be they're gonna have a nice holiday. Let's just say that. See if I'm paused. I think I am. Okay, so all right. So looking at the daily chart for Apple stock, I think what could be happening is kind of a very similar event to what we've seen in the past. Once we had recovered from COVID, we had this very big rally to the upside, right? I think something very similar might be happening. It's going to be a combination of this rally and kind of this one here. So which could possibly mean that the MACD will move in that kind of fashion all the way until earnings, which is going to be February. And obviously there's going to be a correction in between. Stocks don't only go up and up and up. There's going to be corrections in between. Let's be realistic here. But like we said, surge to the upside to the 130, see a little bit of a correction, go to the all-time high, correct there, and then go all the way potentially to 150, see a bit of a correction there, and surge even further to $160. And this actually, I think this could keep on going. Honestly, this could keep on going to approximately $180 and then crash all the way after earnings. It's going to be similar to this move and this move combined. So the initial rally is going to look more like that, but once we reach the top, it's going to look more like this. Yeah, so it's going to be kind of crazy if this is actually going to be right. This will be my extremely bullish case for Apple stock. We have to keep this in mind because this could very well be a possibility because the markets are really bullish. There's a lot of liquidity. There's a lot of money in the markets, and there's a lot of money coming from bonds, and it's just looking quite nice. I think this correction is going to be quite heavy though, so that could look really bearish for the stock, potentially coming back down to $95, maybe even below that level for a time period, because I think especially thinking about the fact that like Q1 and Q2, which is like I'm talking about January until approximately March, they don't have the greatest sales like many other companies. After the holiday season, they have kind of a dip in their earnings. And the same thing will be true for their price, in my opinion, in terms of like stock level. I think the RSI is going to gradually move to the overbought and then stay there and go up again for earnings to come back down. So my extremely bullish scenario is like we hit that $180. It would be quite crazy, right? But I think it's a possibility. I think there was some really big bang. It was either JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley with a price target of $190. I think that wouldn't be too crazy, given that the markets are so bullish. The vaccine is coming out. There's stimulus coming out. Holiday season is coming out. We had a huge correction from the all-time high. This could be a very big run-up for Apple stock. So I'm just going to keep this here. We already said that this could be going to $160. Now, I think there's a possibility to go to $180, $190 so for earnings. And after that, we're going to possibly just crash down all the way. So I think this was it for the daily. Let's head over to the 30 minutes. Great. I think that should be it for the daily chart. Let's see what's going to be happening on 30 minutes, because I think that could be also a game changer. Based off of what we just seen, I think we could make a very accurate prediction. Just going to delete these lines real quick. But yeah, I didn't know Apple was so bullish. It does look very bullish. Looks like it's about to break out. $30 minutes. There we go. That should be it. All right. For anybody that doesn't know, we have a green screen now. We also have a pop filter, so we increase the quality of the video and the audio. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I know that the background didn't look too nice. Now we have like the empty void. So yeah, it causes the transparency, the green screen, if you guys didn't know that yet. It's a really nice piece of technology. Well, the green screen itself, it's not very that's not the technology, it's the software. I think this would be nice. Let me take a look at the chat real quick. There we go. Cool. Livestream is working fine. This will be exciting. So Hold your horses, everybody. Wait, actually, I have to zoom up like this. A little bit more like this. It's so difficult. There we go. And like that. This is gonna make a lot of sense. I want to have the all-time high so that we can like draw this properly. I'm gonna briefly check if if my camera is in front of the technicals, because that would be a big problem. Let me check it out. Yeah, I think it is. So how am I gonna do that? Maybe if I do this. Yeah, this would be fine. Right. Okay, cool. You know, I want to say one thing about like using patterns and like using Fibonacci and Elliott waves. I think if you make it too complex, the probability of you getting it wrong is also going to increase. So I like to keep things a little simple. Like I got a really big book that I'm reading right now about technical analysis, and I am a believer in like experience and just doing things in real time, because what they show you in these books is like, yeah, so this is how it's supposed to go. Well, reality doesn't really work that way. Reality does what it wants to do. So just want to put that out there. I know a couple of YouTubers that do technical analysis. I'm not going to name anybody, but there was a very big YouTuber around my size in terms of like subscribers. He did a technical analysis, and he said this stock is going to break out to the upside. And what happened was the opposite. And it was like, yeah, you did this really complex technical analysis, but if you look at it very simply, it wasn't going to break out. It was actually going to go down quite rapidly. But I'm not going to name anybody. I really respect that person, so I'm going to keep everything nice and clean. All right, so I think we're ready to do the 30 minutes now. Okay, so looking at the 30 minutes now, the final frontier, where is Apple stock going to be heading next? Now, in our previous analysis for the 30 minutes, we said, okay, we're going to break out right away. Now, after looking at the 1 hour and the 4 hour and the daily, I think there's a possibility we're going to consolidate just a little bit further before we see that breakout to the upside. So this could be a little bit of sideways movement, just like that, and then gradually break out to the $130, come back down a bit, and then keep on surging to, I would say, approximately 138, and then see a lot of resistance like that before surging upwards again. So that could be the movement for the week if we consolidate again. If we don't consolidate, well, just imagine that we do this whole move to the upside a little bit earlier. So I'm just going to be conservative. Yeah, we're going to consolidate Monday and Tuesday, and then after that, we're going to be seeing a big surge midweek until the end of the week to approximately 138, reaching the all-time high where we see resistance once again. I think the MACD is going to look a little bit like this, just surging to the upside ever so gradually, and kind of come back down after that. RSI going to look a little bit like that, and come back down here and keep on staying in the overbought range, just like that. So I think this would be the Apple stock analysis. Keep in mind, if there's any fundamental news that could really mess up the technicals, if the stock market is really bullish, this is going to happen really fast. If the stock market is really bearish, I think we could consolidate even more until approximately the end of the week even. But I think this will be a really nice Christmas rally. In terms of fundamentals, if there's bad news for Apple stock, I think this could be the top if there's really bad news. So don't know if that's going to happen. But for now, with the current conditions, I think there's a huge rally coming for Apple stock big breakout to the 138, coming back down, potentially going to even the $180, maybe above. Looking really nice. Their new products are amazing, and I think it's going to be very nice to see those products in earnings or at the earnings in their balance sheet. So it's going to be quite nice. All right, guys, this was the Apple stock analysis. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. It would really help the channel grow, and it only takes 2 seconds. So make sure you subscribe right now. On top of that, guys, check out the social media. We have an Instagram, we have a TikTok, and a Twitter, and we now also have a Reddit. So make sure you check those out. They're going to be down below in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do this through Patreon, and you can get many benefits for it, like buy and sell signals, early access to the videos, one-on-one conversations with me about stocks and technical analysis, and on top of that, live Q&As. And lastly, there's a Discord link down below if you want to join the community. Okay, this was Lucid Trading. I hope you have an awesome Sunday, and we'll be seeing each other tomorrow on Monday, the first trading day of the week. Lucid Trading out. I'll be seeing you very soon. Okay, that was Apple. Next up is going to be AMD, Advanced Micro Devices stock. I am as excited for AMD as I am for Apple. We already drew this. I think if we just put this here, that makes a lot of sense. They're very bullish. But yeah, let me just quickly check if everything is fine right now. Cool. What technical analysis book are you reading? It's in my closet. I'm gonna pull it out just in a second, so you guys know what kind of books I'm reading. I think it's one of the beginner guide books. I'm not very sure about that yet. Oh yeah. So if you're interested in which book I'm reading for the technicals, I hope my green screen is still working fine. Yeah, so it's this one. It's really thick. Yeah, really thick. I've already read a couple technical analysis books, but I never took it too seriously because I'm more of a practical person. But yeah, really thick book, really good information. It's called The Successful Investor's Guide to Spotting Investment Trends and Turning Points. Technical Analysis Explained, 5th edition by Martin J. Pring. I think I'll be putting a link. Oh, the green screen is detecting. Wait, there we go. Technical Analysis Explained. Okay, cool. So now you know what kind of books I'm reading. I'm reading many books. I really love reading books. They really provide you a lot of knowledge, and they will help you with your investing and stuff. So, yeah. Now you guys know about that. But I think I know like practically 70% of what's written in here. It's not too complex. This is the kind of the beginner version, but I was like, let's just read through this before we go to the complex analysis that I understand partially. I think there are a couple of YouTubers out there that know the technicals really good, like intensely good. But the problem is, generally speaking, those people are kind of boring to watch. Let's just put it that way. I have a really tough time watching the technical analysis that people put out that are like really complex. It's generally speaking really old men in their 40s, 50s whom have 20 years of experience in technicals and in investing and trading. And I don't want to be really rude, but generally they tend to be autistic / yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I have like a lot of autistic friends. They're amazing, I think. Yeah, but their videos are not necessarily the most entertaining, and that aspect really bugs me. So that's why I'm trying to like bring the technicals and bring the fundamentals, make it entertaining for people, and kind of also give proper guidance. Let's just put it that way. All right, so enough about that. I think it's going to be time for us to take a look at AMD. After AMD, we're going to do Palantir and Tesla, so keep this in mind. And then after that, NIO. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna name anybody because I don't think that's a wise thing to do. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I've got a couple friends of mine that have autism, and they are so good at technicals. They are, oh my god, it's like next level. It's absolutely amazing. I think they have like, I think it's a gift or something. That like, for some reason, like when it comes down to technical things, they're just perfect at it. Although, like socially speaking, it's quite a hassle to have autism. Yeah, I think it's kind of a gift and also a downside a little bit. But yeah, everything has its own pros and cons. So let's just delete this. It's not making much sense right now. Was our past analysis on AMD? We haven't analyzed AMD for like 3 days or something, 4 days. So we were correct about the big move to the upside. I mean, we've been saying AMD would go up ever since we hit the 75. I think it was right here. Yeah. Wait, no, it was actually right here. Yeah, so we even pinpointed this point. We said AMD is going to go up massively. And guess what? It went up quite significantly. You can see it right here. I think I got another message. I sound a little sick. Yeah, that's true. I already had COVID, but I might be having the after effect of COVID right now, which is, well, not the best thing to have, but could be the case. Yeah, COVID is the worst experience you can have, so make sure you wear the mask. Everybody keeps on saying, you know, it's going to help out with the spread or contain the spread, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does look like we're going to see another breakout to the upside. Yeah, we're ready for it. It's like, yeah. So what I'm currently seeing, just in my pre-analysis, we've not started the real analysis. This period of time looks a lot like this right here. Historically speaking, we see breakout at that point. So I would think we're gonna most likely surge to $100, because this surge was approximately, okay, well, yeah, $100 and then come back down, pretty much, and then, well, that could be that could be the top. It could also be an intermediary top, and then we surge again to the upside. I think that's going to be more likely the case. So that's just on the 30 minutes, right? When it comes down to the 1 hour, I would say the same story is holding true. It's even more bullish there. Same for the 4 hours. Yo, okay, so the daily chart is like extremely bullish. That could yeah, this is just starting in terms of like the daily chart. You see that? This has so much more space to the upside left. Well, I mean, historically speaking, we did bottom out or top out at these levels, so but yeah, history here does show that like we had a big surge right there on the MACD, possible upturn till earnings and then come down. Wouldn't be too shabby. But then you have to ask yourself, how long can we remain bullish? Historically speaking, we do not remain bullish that long, do we? No. We can stay bullish for approximately a couple months, 2 months or something. April, May, and June. So this is November. The whole month of November, we've been kind of bullish. And right here, we were bullish for approximately 1 month before going down. Well, we actually went down quite earlier. So right here, we were bullish for approximately 1.5 months. So let's just assume that until the end of the month, we could remain bullish, which could mean that we could see a big turn to the upside and then come back down before earnings, and see a little bit of bullishness right before earnings, before coming down properly. So it's going to look a little bit like something like that, I would say. I'm saying this because I do not believe that the MACD is going to remain bullish until earnings. History says that's quite impossible. And I also think earnings does mean that we're going to see another turn to the upside. So let's say the MACD goes bullish, then bearish, and then bullish again for the earnings report. Right, so that would be it for the pre-analysis. I think we're ready to just go into this stock analysis right away. Just go to the 30 minutes, set everything up properly. I think there's a resistance right here. Let me just turn on some music in the background while I'm going to do this analysis. One second. I'm seeing some kind of comments about COVID in the live chat. Yeah, I think COVID in general, COVID is really dangerous if your family is susceptible, if they have lung issues. It's obviously very dangerous in general, but I think my family's gonna be relatively fine. Relatively healthy people. I think they already had it, so. Alright, so I think I have to just pick some music. Hope you guys are ready. We're about to do the AMD analysis. Wow. And after that, we're going to do Palantir, Tesla, and NIO. Before we start, I'm going to have to check some messages real quick and share the link. Also, let me know if you guys want me to cover Airbnb stock that's going to be coming. They're going to go IPO very soon. I think that's going to be an interesting one. I think a lot of people are going to be hyped and stoked about that stock. So we might cover it. Very promising stock as well. Trying to find a good song. I think I found one. Alright, so initial downturn, push upwards. Yeah, that does look like it's going to be the case. I think the stock market is going to be consolidating as well. So I think I might just keep this one a little shorter than the Apple one. All right, so we are ready to start right away. Just gonna zoom in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back to Lucid Trading. I am Gara, and today we're going to be analyzing AMD stock. This will be the weekly prediction. So before we start this analysis, guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It would really help with the growth of the channel. On top of that, I have to tell you that I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I talk about and everything I'll be drawing on the charts is not going to be financial advice. Do not trade based off of my opinion. Now, it's only going to be for entertainment purposes, so keep that in mind. Let's start with this analysis right away. So what I think is going to be happening for AMD stock, just based off the 30 minutes, we're going to be looking at all the other time frames very soon. I think we're going to see initial bearishness and then gradually pump upwards to 95, 96 and surge, create a new all-time high, go to the $100, and at this bullish channel edge, we seek resistance, and then we come back down all the way to approximately $96. Try to use it as support, but then go down further to approximately 94.6, and then from there onwards keep on rallying ever so slightly to above the $100. I think we're going to see an initial top at that $100. And that's going to be a crucial point, because I think from there, if the markets are bullish enough, we could go to $110. But I think there's going to be resistance, and we're going to come back down very, very quickly. And then we're going to use this purple line that we drew here as the new bullish channel edge for the down, the bottom version. So I would say the MACD is going to go down and then gradually surge, come back down again, and just keep going upwards. Same thing would be true for the RSI. Gradually go up, come back down, and just gradually stay in the overbought. So this is going to be the 30 minutes. I think it's going to be important to look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour and the daily, because it could look a little different on the other time frames. This is just going to be a quick look at what I think could be happening, just based off of my projection on that 30-minute time frame. So let's head over to the 1 hour now. Yeah, looking at every time frame is going to be nice, because then you can form your own opinion. And every time frame has a different kind of trajectory. So yeah. I would say different kind of potential trajectory. So yeah. Checking my phone real quick. See if the live stream is running. I think we should be fine, should be cool. We have a $2 donation from YBKRN Music saying APXT. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate that, so that people can watch this live stream. It will go to their recommended, so make sure you do. That would be great. All right, so looking at the 1 hour chart, I think it's quite evident that we're about to see a breakout to the upside. I think we're either going to go down and then break out to the $100 and then come back down and then keep on surging, or we are going to have this happen right away and then gradually keep on going upwards. The reason I'm saying this is that it does look like we could just catapult our way to the upside just like that. If Monday the market is going to be bullish, that would be our continuation of this Christmas rally that we've been seeing. Obviously, AMD does very well around Christmas time, because it's going to be the quarter where it performs the best. And for many stocks, this is going to be the case. So I would say the 1 hour is looking very bullish. We could break out right away to the $100, come back down gradually, maybe hit the 97, 96, and then come back upwards even more, and then go upwards to $105. This could be another intermediary top to the downside, potentially to $99, and then surge even further to the upside. So for now, this is going to be our week, right? This is going to be less important for now. The MACD would go up just like that to the upside. I would have to minimize it a little bit, come back down, and go up again. Same thing would be true for the RSI, although it's going to look a little bit different. RSI, generally speaking, is a little bit more detailed. So that would be it on the RSI. I think what we Yeah, I think this is going to be the buying opportunity right now. Like the $93, $94 range could potentially come down to $90 if there's any kind of bearish news. But looking very bullish so far. I think AMD has a lot of room to be going upwards. It's going to look a little bit similar to the bull run that we've seen in the past. But for now, I would say AMD looking quite fine. Now, I think it's going to be time to move over to the 4 hour. So let's do that right now. Fascinating. So, yeah, these lines really do help a lot. Why did I draw it this way? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the 4 hours coming up. We got another $2 donation. YBRKN Music says, your prediction and analysis is fire. Thank you. That's a nice thing you just said. Makes me kind of happy that somebody appreciates it. I get a lot of hate for analyzing stocks. Let's just say that. Okay, so I really have to charge my watch. Alright, so looking at the 4 hours for AMD stock, I think it's more likely we're going to see a breakthrough to approximately $100 and come back down and gradually keep on going. So this could be something like this on the MACD. Potentially go up even further. It's going to look absolutely magnificent. It's going to look really ridiculous. Let's just say that. Go above the $100 and just keep on going. Honestly, it looks very, very bullish. I cannot say much more about the technicals here. It's just looking like we're going to stay in the overbought, and the MACD is going to surge to the upside. It's going to be really nice. Christmas rally, kind of similar to this period, but even more bullish than that, because it's kind of going to be the most lucrative period of time to be buying AMD stock because of the holiday season. The Federal Reserve is pumping money into the stock market. Stimulus checks are coming out. COVID is going to be going, and yeah, it's going to be very nice. So that's it for the 4 hours. Let's go to the daily. It's going to look quite insane, you know. There's so many arguments to make for AMD going up. Past earnings, they're taking Intel's market. Their chips are better than Intel's. Stimulus, Federal Reserve is pumping money into stocks, tech stocks in particular. Holiday season coming up. Acquisition of that company that they recently did, XLNX, I think, something like that. Lisa Su. Su Bei. I'm joking. And the technicals are bullish, so. One second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to change the song that I'm listening to. It's important as well to feel good while doing this kind of stuff. There we go. Some really hyped up music really helps. Got him. The reason I touch my nose every now and then is because I had I've had several nosebleeds the past week. It's not because of like any shady things. I don't know why. It's just how my nose works, I guess. All right, so looking at the daily chart now for AMD stock, I think what is going to be very evident here is that we have seen a bull rally ever since, I would say, this huge dip that we had right there. And that was actually the time period when I said AMD is looking very bullish. We're going to go to $120. And you can search this in a playlist of AMD stock. We have a playlist with all of the historical videos. And yeah, we've been very bullish in AMD ever since it hit that $74. And look at that right now. We're hitting that $94. We almost hit $100 here. We went up significantly ever since we said that this was a very extremely strong buying opportunity. We said the same thing when it hit $80, said the same thing at $85, said the same thing at $90, and we just keep going up and up. So I think right now is still going to be a buying opportunity. This is going to be like the sixth time that I'm going to say this is a buying opportunity. I think the stock could move potentially like this on the MACD, just like that, and then go up again for earnings coming back down. So this could potentially mean that AMD could surge to the upside just like that, potentially go even further, and then come back down just like that. I would say something very similar to this could be happening for AMD stock. Just based off of my own projection, my own opinion, that could be the case for AMD. On the RSI, it's going to look a little bit like this. Obviously, nothing is going to be set in stone, but I think there is a lot of upside left for this stock. This is going to be my bullish case. We hit the $120 and then come back down, create kind of a top. See, we've seen the same thing right there, and then come down all the way before going upwards again for earnings, but then still coming back down because I think Q1 of 2021 is going to be a bit rough. So that's why I would say that AMD is going to come down back to the $80 after January, I would say. So yeah, this was just a quick overview of the daily, and I would say we have enough information to project the analysis onto AMD stock for the 30 minutes. So let's head over to the 30 minutes right now. I'm listening to some really good music, so it does help with the analysis, I gotta tell you. We're gonna be doing Palantir after AMD. Keep that in mind. And then after that, it's going to be Tesla and NIO. Yeah, you can't hear. I mean, I got the AirPods in, so. I'm going to quickly send. Okay, cool. Hope this is going to be fine, right? Cool. I'm going to briefly check some of the live chat right now. Okay, everything is working fine. We're about to do the 30 minutes. After that, we're going to be doing Palantir. I'm very excited about that one. It's going to be interesting. All right. I think we paused, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah. I think we need to zoom out a little bit further. God dang it. All right, so back to the 30 minutes now. This will be the final frontier. This is what I think is going to be happening for the coming week, for the coming days, from Monday till Friday. Let's see what happens, right? In my opinion, I think we're going to go down first. Hit this line at the 92.5, then surge to the upside gradually to the 96, and go to the 98. See a bit of resistance there. Gradually go to the $100. See a lot of resistance there. Possibly consolidate again, and then surge upwards from there, going to the $105, I would say. Now, the MACD is going to move something like that to the upside. And I would say RSI is going to look a little bit similar to that, following its trend, and then gradually stay in the overbought level. So right now, I think it's going to be a nice buying opportunity to dollar cost average, right? We've been bullish ever since AMD hit the $75. I don't think it's a very strong buy. It's a strong buy, right? There's a possibility we can get another buying opportunity at the $92 before this starts running to the $100 and consolidating potentially right there before surging again to the $110 and $120. Keep in mind, if there's any bad news or any bearish news, this is going to come back down rapidly to the $86. If the stock market goes bearish, I would say come back down to approximately 87.5, somewhere in that range as well. This is based off of the current conditions, and it's rather neutral. The extremely bullish case is surging up like that. So this is my projection. This is what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to just gradually move upwards to the $100 and see some consolidation before going to the $110. Okay? This was the analysis for AMD stock. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It would really, really help out the channel, guys. I would be forever grateful. On top of that, guys, check out the social media. We have Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All the links are going to be down below. And we also have a Discord link so that you can join the community where we talk about investing, finance, and trading. If you want to donate to the channel, this is also going to be possible on the Patreon. Link will be down below as well. You can get many, many benefits like buy and sell signals, early access to the videos, and one-on-one conversations with me. So check it out. All the links are going to be down below. This was Lucid Trading. Have an awesome Sunday, and I'll be seeing you very soon. All right, that was the AMD analysis. I'm a little bit out of breath, I notice. It's time for Palantir. Notice how almost every single stock is about to move downwards first before surging. It's kind of funny, right? Based off of my projections, I guess. Checking the live chart real quick. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna do Palantir. I notice my voice is getting a little scruffy, whatever you might want to call it. I'm gonna have a glass of water, and then we will continue. This takes about a minute, so yeah, my throat is really like getting sore. I also have to take some medicine that I have to take every single day, so I'm gonna have to do that. It takes just about a second, so I'll be back in a second. This will be a tiny break. We will be doing the analysis for Palantir stock, for Tesla stock, and for NIO stock. Those are going to be left for this current live stream. And we'll have a second live stream where I will be saying, or I will be like showing you my top 3 stocks. We're also going to be doing a stock market analysis in that live stream. So if there's time left for that, we'll be doing that in the second live stream. So up next, Palantir, Tesla, and NIO. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'm going to take a tiny break. I'm going to have some water. I'm going to eat something really briefly. And we're going to start again really quickly. I'm going to be muting my mic now. All right, so that was the tiny break that I was talking about. I just drank some water, took my medicine, and also ate something real quick, an apple, because we talked about Apple today. Yeah, I think I did some pre-analysis. I think we should be fine. Just gonna briefly check if everything is working when it comes down to the live chat and everything. I think that should be fine as well. Cool. All right, I'm gonna put in my earphones, my AirPods, and then we can start. Perfect. Man, I think I want to make a shorter one for Palantir because honestly, there's not a whole lot to say. I already covered it several times. I think I'm gonna make it kind of. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do the 30 minutes and the 4 hours because the 1 hour is not gonna make a lot of sense right now. It's the same thing. This will be a little quicker than the usual kind of analysis. And then after this analysis, we're gonna do Palantir. We're gonna do Tesla. So I'm gonna send a link to the live stream so people know where we're gonna do this analysis. I think we're about to start. I hope my mic is not muted. No, it's not muted. Let me check real quickly. Not muted. Hey guys, welcome back to Lucid Trading. I am Gara, and today we're going to be analyzing Palantir stock for the weekly prediction. Before we start with the weekly, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. That would be amazing. On top of that, I have to tell you that I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say and everything I'll be drawing is only going to be my opinion, and it should be taken as entertainment only. So now we got that out of the way, let's go into this analysis right away. So what I think could be happening for Palantir stock, I've already drawn this in the past. I think this analysis that we drew in the past is going to be quite similar to what I think is going to be happening. So we're just going to take a look at it once more. I think what will be happening is potentially a downturn to approximately $21.6, hit the trend line, and then shoot upwards from there to approximately $28, see kind of consolidation, mini consolidation, and then shoot upwards to the $31 before coming back down to approximately $29, which that could be another intermediary bottom and then we shoot up to the all-time high before coming down all the way to, I would say, $25 to $26, which could be another bottom / buying opportunity before it surges all the way to the $40. Now, right now, I think Palantir is looking quite sweet as a buying opportunity because, as you guys know, we saw this top at approximately $33, and we've been going down ever since. We predicted this down move. That's really nice. And now I'm saying that it's looking really bullish to the upside. So this was a pattern that I drew not too long ago. I think it was either yesterday or a couple days before that. I think it is still valid, and I think we're pretty much we're going to be using this same pattern that we drew. We'll be drawing a new one for the 4 hours, which is going to be what we're going to be drawing right now. So let's head over to the 4 hours now for Palantir. My face is a little bit itchy because of eating something. I don't know why. And yes, I did take a shower, so don't worry about that. Alright, so we're going to head over to the 4 hours and draw a new pattern on the technicals. I'm going to check the comments real quickly. Oh, everything's stable. Cool. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Those are rookie numbers, guys. Let's get it up to 200 likes right now. 1 like is 1 stonk. Let me check. Okay. Got another song going on. Cool. This is gonna help. So, yeah, if you appreciate the videos and the live streams, guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate that. I would be forever grateful. Also, subscribe to the channel because then you'll be notified for the future live streams, which there will be another live stream coming up, obviously, and that's going to be an interesting one. So make sure you're subscribed as well. There's also an option to donate for the ones that want to donate. Patreon link is down below. If you want to join the community, there's a Discord link down below. If you want to check out the social media, where there's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. So everything is set up properly. No, that's not valid. Something like this. No, it's too overextended, isn't it? Let's just keep it this way, right? I'm not sure about this, but it's just what I think could happen based off of the technicals. Alright, can we start recording now? Yeah, cool. Long some error. Alright, so I'm looking at the 4 hours now for Palantir stock. And yeah, like we said, a little bit of a downturn to the 21.5, approximately to the 22. And then bottom out, shoot upwards really fast to $30. Consolidate temporarily. And then I would say we would shoot up from that point to approximately the all-time high. Maybe a little bit higher than that to the 35 or 36. See a big correction after that to the, I would say, $29, maybe even 27, 26, depending on the market, right? I think there's going to be a big Christmas rally in the stock market, so we could see a little bit of a higher bottom than what we're used to. From there on, we could skyrocket all the way to, I would say, 38 and see a little bit of consolidation at that point as well. We can see that at the $18 we saw consolidation. At the 28 we saw consolidation. I think this is going to be the same thing for the 38. for some reason. So I would say that would be the case, and then after that we're going to move upwards to approximately $50, but we're going to talk about that in some later video. For now, this is going to be more important. I think the pattern is quite correct. If there's bad news, then we're going to go to $18. If there's really good news, we're going to skyrocket right away on Monday. The MACD is going to look something like this. Let's just show it properly. Come back down and then gradually move upwards again. RSI is going to look like this as well. And gradually stay in the overbought zone. So yeah, looking very, very bullish right now. I think Palantir is going to be a very strong buy at this price range. Even at like the 28 is going to look quite sweet, because there's a big probability we're going to be going up to the $40 to $50 in maybe a month from now. So Palantir looking quite awesome. Lots of space on in the RSI to the upside. Same thing for the MACD. There's a lot of bullish news coming out as well. I mean, the past 2 weeks has been just bullish article after bullish article. Palantir gets a contract there, it gets a contract here, gets a contract with the UK, gets a contract with South America. So I would say Palantir is looking pretty solid. Obviously, the Peter Thiel, the co-founder of Palantir, is doing his job as well. He's kind of the guy that goes to companies and goes to the governments and says, "Hey, you might want to have that Palantir in your technology array." So I think a lot of bullish news is coming out for Palantir. We went down quite significantly, and we're kind of undervalued, or I would say oversold, relatively speaking. So yeah, looking like a strong buy. I think there's a good probability we're going to go to $35 and then maybe even the $40 and $50. So let's go to the 30 minutes and draw the pattern again. Okay, so let's just grab this. Cool. Sorry for that. Yeah, I think Kathy Wood is right. What she's been saying has been coming true every single time, so. But I do think that ARK Invest is going to have a big problem, because if there's any kind of market crash, well, all the stocks that ARK is owned or is owning right now will be getting wiped out. So their whole portfolio is going to be down significantly if that happens. But we'll see. They do own some really nice stocks, including Tesla, Palantir. I think they also own PayPal, Zoom. She's a very respectable woman, I would say. There are not many of those. It's kind of unfortunate, I would say. Okay, so we're paused right now, I think. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna turn on another song. Uno momento. Alright guys, let's do the 30 minutes. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that's my iPhone. All right, we're going to be drawing on the 30 minutes now. This will be the new pattern based off of what we just saw and based off of what we saw behind the scenes. I think what's going to happen for Palantir is we're going to see an initial downturn to the $22. We're going to surge from that point all the way to approximately 28. We're going to consolidate here again and then gradually surge upwards to this $33 to $35. Come back down again, I would say, to the 29 to 28 potentially, and then gradually surge upwards to $40. Now, I would say the MACD is going to look a little bit like this. Let me just outsize this. There's not enough space here. Come back down and then gradually go upwards. The RSI is going to look a little bit like this. I'd say in the overbought before coming back down to the oversold and then gradually go upwards. Obviously, this is not going to be super accurate. Anything could happen in the markets. Fundamentals could change. There could be very bearish news. The stock market could crash. You know, that's how the stock market works. It's unpredictable. However, this is, in my opinion, based off of the current condition of the market, based off the current news cycle. I think Palantir is going to see a similar move to what I'm drawing right now, which is going to be a consolidation at the 28 and then a surge to the $35. Correct all the way. Have a higher low, and then have another higher high after this higher high. So generally speaking, I'm looking at the $40 to $50 maybe a month from now. So I'm very bullish on Palantir. Right now, it's looking like a very strong buy. Okay, guys, this was the Palantir stock analysis. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this analysis. I would be forever grateful if you could do that. It would really help out with the growth of this channel. If you want to check out the social media, we have an Instagram, a TikTok, a Twitter, and a Reddit subreddit. Links are going to be down below in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, this is also possible through the Patreon, where you can get many benefits like buy and sell signals, early access to the videos, and one-on-one conversations with me about the technicals. Link for that is in the description, along with the Discord link to the community. Guys, this was Lucid Trading. I hope you have an awesome Sunday, and I'll be talking to you very soon in the coming live streams and videos. One second. So we finished up the Palantir. Next up is going to be Tesla. Yeah, there was this really big, there was some huge noise. So really weird. Okay, can we just stretch this out? There you go. Sorry for that. I'm gonna check the live chat. I've not checked the live chat for a while now. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna do Tesla now. So it's gonna get really interesting. I know a lot of people are holding Tesla. I know a lot of people were expecting this, for me to do that. This analysis. Yeah, I'm gonna do some pre-analysis first. Before doing that, I'm gonna check the messages that I received. One moment. Whoa, this new iPhone is really, like, it charges really fast. Such an insane phone. Didn't expect that. It went to like full battery in like 20 minutes. Really weird. That's nice. What did they even draw here? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I think I have to look at the daily chart potentially. Yeah. This could be possible, yeah. I mean, why not? Yep. Well, let's just delete everything now. And we're going to be doing the Tesla analysis. Just give me a second. This is so difficult to say. You're right. Looks like it's going to go bearish again. Yeah, okay, cool. Did we check the daily yet? Wow. I kind of imagined something like this. I think we're going to go up even more and then come back down. Potentially top out like the 21st of December, which would make a lot of sense because of the stock split. And then the RSI would surge another time, I would say. I mean, this could take us by surprise and like correct so massively at any moment. So I'm also going to be saying this in the live stream slash the video. Yeah, let's cover Tesla. I think we're ready. Are you guys ready? I hope you are. So I'm gonna send a link. Okay, send the link now, and I think we're good to go. Just gonna set the chart right. Keep in mind, it's like 10 p.m. for me, so I'm kind of like a little bit tired, but it's no problem. My brain is working. Put on a song to wake me up. Okay, so potential go down to the 585, surge upwards. Right. No, okay, so that would not be the case. I think something like Similar to that, right? Yep. Yeah, this should be fine. I think I want to take off my jacket for this one. All right, so yeah, we're ready. Okay, so I think we can start recording now. Hey guys, welcome back to Lucid Trading. I am Gara, and today we're going to be talking about Tesla stock. This will be the weekly prediction, obviously for the week ahead of us. Now, before we start this analysis, guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I would be forever grateful if you could do that. On top of that, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Everything I draw and everything I say, that's only going to be my opinion and should be taken as entertainment purposes only. Obviously, do not buy or sell based off of my opinion. Do your own due diligence. Now, let's go into this analysis right away. In our last analysis, we had a very bullish depiction for Tesla stock, a very bullish projection, looking a little bit like this, right? I think it's going to look very similar this time around. However, I do see that we're probably gonna see a little bit of downturn first before we see this surge to the upside. So we could potentially go to the 620, come back down briefly, and then gradually go to the 640s, see a bit of resistance, and keep on going from there. Now, this is just based off of the 30 minutes, right? The MACD would move up in like a very similar manner, RSI as well, and just stay in the overbought. But now, this could be a little bit debatable because obviously we had the bad news coming out that Elon Musk said that the stock was overvalued. That, yeah, I mean, we could see an aftertaste of that right here. However, if the markets are super bullish, we're going to gradually go upwards at market open for Monday. So that could also be the case. I think we're going to blow out the all-time high and go super high. Let's just say that. But yeah, this is just the 30 minutes. This is my opinion on the 30 minutes. I think it's going to be important to look at the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily time frame. So let's head over to the 1 hour now. Wow. Kind of out of breath. Interesting. Bomb. Yeah, I was briefly interrupted. It happens from time to time. Looking at the hourly time frame, I think what's going to be quite evident is that even here we see this probably going down just a bit before we see another surge, which could potentially mean we hit that 485 and then we surge upwards to the 620, come down briefly, go to the 640s, and then gradually go up to the 660s. And I think at the 660s we're going to see some kind of major, I guess, resistance / consolidation before we go to the 700s. So just based off of the current information, I think the MACD is going to go up drastically. It's going to keep on surging. At the consolidation point, I would say it would go down a bit before going upwards again. Kind of looking a little bit like this time period right there. All in all, looking rather bullish. So we're going to stay in the overbought zone for the RSI as well. So the hourly does look a little bit like the 30 minutes, so there's not a whole lot we can see. Although I would say that this kind of rally that we see right here would potentially be very similar to what we've seen in the past, where we went from approximately $500 all the way to, well, obviously these $600. So that could be a similarity that we might see. I would say right here we went down at the 565. Notice that, right? And there was a big resistance at the I think the 460s, right? So I think once again at the 660s we're going to see a little bit of resistance again before we surge to the 700s. So keep this in mind. All right, so that was it for the 1 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour now. Cool. Yeah, guys, make sure if you're enjoying yourself right now, based off of this analysis and like the live stream and stuff, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. We're almost at 12K. I think, let me just briefly check that. I think we're very close to 12,000 subscribers. Are we there yet? I think we're almost there. Ooh, we just hit 11,800. Thank you so much, guys. We're getting really close to that 12K. That'd be so insane. Okay, cool. So MACD right here. Remember, guys, this is my Sunday. Usually people on Sunday are doing different things, but I really love doing this, so I don't mind. All I'm asking for is a thumbs up and a subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's stop with that. Okay, cool. All right, now looking at the 4 hour time frame, I think what's going to be very evident is we're going to see a tiny correction to 590 to maybe even 585. Then we surge all the way up to 630s and to the 660s, see a correction downward to the 640s potentially. Then after that, surge to the 700s and see another correction. Now this could be the top, but if it's not the top, then we're going to surge again to the $800. But yeah, I would say the MACD is going to look a little bit like this. And depending on where it's going to go after that, it's going to come back down just like that, potentially creating a top here. I think this could look a little bit differently, potentially like this in any other scenario, and then with some wrinkles. But I would say this could be the trend, and the RSI could keep on going upwards, and after that potentially come back down. But I think it's actually going to stay in this kind of overbought zone, potentially dip downwards but still go upwards until after the 21st of December. That's going to be after the S&P 500 inclusion already happened, and then potentially there we could yeah, I mean, honestly, this could come down again and then keep on going to the $800 and then come back down rapidly. So this will all depend. It kind of looks like, I don't want to say anything, but like Godzilla, if you would like paint it. It looks really weird, but I would say this could be a possibility. We've seen the same kind of pattern right here. Obviously these are lines, these are not candles, so that's why it looks a little bit weird. This could go to $800, come back down rapidly to, I would say, all the way down to the $500 if this would correct like that, which would be after the inclusion. But yeah, this is just the 4 hour chart, and obviously this is like an extremely, well, not extremely, but this is a bullish scenario for Tesla stock. In any other case, we're going to hit the $700 and then come back down like that. So keep that in mind. All right, I think that was it for the 4 hours. Would probably look a lot similar to the stock split we've seen in the past. Would it be a big surprise? Even the MACD is going to resemble that. So yeah, let's go to the daily chart. Why did I even say Godzilla? I don't know what's going on in my head, but like, that's not Godzilla. It's just a pattern. It's whatever. Entertainment purposes. Keep in mind. Okay, so all right, so looking at the daily chart, I think it's gonna be what's gonna be quite evident is that we're most likely gonna, well, I think we're gonna surge to the upside, go to the $700, correct a bit, and then go even to the $800 potentially, and then come back downwards. But that's gonna be my bullish scenario, so I'm just gonna draw this out for you guys. See a bit of resistance there. Go to the $800, come back down all the way to the $500. Gradually go upwards for earnings and then come back down again to approximately, I think $350 could be the case, which that could be the bottom before we go upwards for, I would say Q2, Q3. I think Q3, and gradually go upwards. So that's just going to be the daily chart. This is my bullish scenario. My neutral scenario would be hit the $700 and then come back down from there. But obviously, we have to keep everything in mind. This could be a very bullish scenario. An extremely bullish scenario is actually going to the $1,000 and then coming back down, which could look a little bit more like this. But I don't think it's going to happen. It could happen, but I don't think so. The MACD here would most likely go take a big jump to the upside and then come back down, just like that. I would say. Same thing would be true for the RSI. Come back down rapidly to the downside here. Just like that. Okay, so that would be it for the daily charts. I think it's going to bottom out in approximately in February. I think mid-February would be a good time point for this to be bottoming. Obviously, very strong buy at the $350, $300. After that, it's probably going to rally to $1,000 by the end of the year, maybe even above that point. Because obviously we've got the Cybertruck, full self-driving is coming out, guidance for the deliveries is being increased by a lot. And we also have Q4 earnings, Q4 deliveries. So there's a lot of good stuff happening. I think in February, Q1 of 2021 is going to be rough on Tesla. So that's where we see this downturn. But after that, it's going to look absolutely amazing. So very strong buying opportunity. Obviously, if it's going to go down like that, I think Tesla's going to go back to $1,000 very quickly at the end of the year of 2021. So any kind of dip is going to be amazing. All right, so let's go to the 30 minutes and draw out a pattern for Tesla for the coming week. All right, so there we go. Sorry for that. There we go. Right, so fantastic. All right, so the final frontier, the 30 minutes for Tesla stock. What's going to be happening now the coming days for this week? Now, like we said, a little bit of bearishness, possibly go to the 585, then after that, surge all the way to 620, see a little bit of a downturn, maybe even go to 610, and then jump upwards to the 640s, see some little bit of a, I think a tiny correction before going to the 660s. Here we see a bigger correction just like that, and then we go up to the $700. Now, if if it hits the $700 and this is it will come down very, very fast from this point, potentially going all the way to, I would say, $500. But if the $700 is reached and it kind of corrects and then goes up, then, well, I think we're going to go up to $800. But for now, this is going to be the most important part of this analysis. I think what's going to be happening on the MACD is something like this. So that would be it from the MACD. Oh, there we go. The RSI is going to look a little bit like that. And I would say it would look very, very bullish. Now, keep in mind, if Elon tweets something or he has another interview where he says that Tesla stock is overvalued, or he says that if he talks bad or he's like trolling around on Twitter, this could have a very significant impact on the stock price. Not only that, if there's bad news coming out regarding Tesla vehicles being kind of damaged or like some problems with the vehicles, that could also bring down the price. But in any other case, if the markets are neutral, this would be my prediction. It's a strong buying opportunity. There's some upside left. Probably hit the 660s, correct down, and then go to the $700. Potentially even go to $800. All right. This was my analysis for Tesla stock. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. And on top of that, guys, check out the social media. We have an Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Links are going to be down below. If you want to join the community, there's also a Discord server. And if you want to donate, there is a Patreon. So there you can get many benefits like buy and sell signals, conversations with me, and on top of that, the early access. So check out the Patreon. Check out everything. It's going to be down below in the description. I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday. And on top of that, guys, I'll be live streaming once more after this current live stream. So, yeah, this is a live stream. So, we're going to be talking about my favorite stocks, my top 3, and about the stock market. So, stay tuned. Lucid Trading out. I'll be talking to you soon. That was a really weird ending. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to be wrapping up the stream right now. I think I'll do Neo later. I'm extremely exhausted now after streaming for about 2 hours, I think. We've been streaming for 2 hours now, yeah. I'm going to take a break, and after that, we're going to be most likely covering the top 3 and the stock market analysis. So that's going to be coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed this current live stream. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out the social media, join the Discord. I would say have an awesome Sunday. There's going to be a live stream coming up soon. Be subscribed. You'll get a notification for the next live stream for the top 3 and for the stock market analysis and Neo stock analysis. So have an awesome day, guys. I'll be seeing you very soon.